Hello there, stitchy friends, and welcome to my channel. This is a channel all about cross stitch, and my name is Tricia. Welcome back if you are a returning friend and welcome to those new subscribers. I hope you see something that you enjoy, and anybody who just pops by just to spend some time with me, I thank you. I hope you like what you see. If you do like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe and follow along to see what I'm up to. So like I said, this is part 2 of my kit parade. I have, I don't know, over 21 kits here, things that I've got kitted up. Yeah, and then I have another box over there. So we shall see. I unzipped everything. And so we will get going. I'm not going to hang about. So the first one I have to show you is a Owl Forest embroidery. It was one of their stitch-alongs from a few years ago now. It's called Treasure Island, and that is what it'll look like when it's finished. And I bought their flosses, which are just gorgeous. Let me see if I can get them out of the bag here. And maybe not. Oh, that's because I've never got them out. But they're beautiful. They're variegated flosses. So this is the flosses for them. Hand-dyed threads. And I got the fabric, the recommended fabric, which is, I don't know. I'm hoping it's a 32 count. It's kind of a neutral colour. And I got the needle minder, which I didn't take out of here to use somewhere else. That's the needle minder. And here is the fabric. It's a beautiful linen. I'm thinking it's the 32 count. And there are the flosses. If I hold it down like that. It's going to look gorgeous on here one day when I actually stitch it. I thought it would be nice for my grandson, but not that he's into pirates or anything, but it's a boy kind of thing, so who knows. So that's number 1. Okay, and what do I have next? I actually don't know. That's not anything. Not anything for now. I think it was originally my Put a Bird on It sampler, and I made a mistake with the fabric. So yeah, this one is the Fabulous Houses by Cottage Garden Samplings, and you've seen all these. I've got them all. I had a really hard time getting some fabric for this. So that's the castle, the greenhouse, which I really like this one, and a cottage. These are really very nice. The Hobbit house, the tree house, the house barn, lighthouse, floating house, the fairy house. Look how cute that is. The haunted house, that's probably my least favourite of all of them. And then the log cabin. So I'm going to stitch those on a 40 count Stormy, and this is it here. It's a fairly neutral colour, and I started it once before. Oh, I even have a needle in here, but I haven't stitched anything. Anyway, so I was planning to stitch them all on one piece of fabric. But you know what happens? You're all gung-ho, couldn't get the right fabric, so that kind of, you know, put a spanner in the works, so to speak. And then something else kind of new and shiny comes along, and there you go. On to pastures new, basically. So that's the fabulous houses. I just want to keep them all together. Now, what is this one going to be? So this one, oh, I have to show you this. Okay, this is an Artisy chart. It's a full coverage by Artisy. It's designed by Tricia Clark. It's 222 stitches wide and 300 stitches high. And oh, yeah. Let me show you again. And I'll be stitching this on a 25 count Easy Guide Lugana, my usual 1/1 full cross. Here it is, and all my threads are up there ready to go. So that's that one. And like I've said before, I did the Haid Sal in 2024, and the reward was, if you finished the whole thing, you got 2 charts of your choice. And I showed you one the other day. It was meditation, and the other one that I chose was Shaped Wolf. Kelly from Kel Stitches is stitching this. It looks gorgeous, and she's doing it on a terracotta fabric that she dyed herself. So I thought, oh, I'm going to give it a go of dyeing my own fabric. I didn't dye terracotta, I dyed a blue. And this is it here. It's looking kind of washed out here. Yeah, it's more of a grey blue, I suppose. So that's where I'm going to stitch it on. And I have a bunch of threads here which I want to put into my boxes, just to keep it all my threads together, so I know exactly what I have. I love my storage system. It was the best thing I ever did. So that's Shaped Wolf. Okay, the next up is, I really have to start this one, like big time. This is Shakespeare's Fairies. And I really don't like the called for fabric that it's stitched on. So I'm going to stitch it on. It's a 32 count Lugana, Picture This Plus. So that's what I'm stitching it on, hopefully. I really need to do a floss toss just to make sure that that is going to work. But yeah, what do you think? Can you let me know what you think? I just didn't want to stitch it on that light olive green colour. I really don't like that. So yeah, I do like mirabilias and I like full coverage. And I like samplers. I like it all, actually. Okay, next up, this is a little one. I think this came out at market last year. This is My Cat Helper. Because he's a tuxedo cat, I have to stitch this. This is by Tiny Modernist. And I'm going to stitch it on a grey background, pretty much almost like the call for. I think, I don't even know what this is. It's either a 32 or a 40 count, I can't tell, because it's an over-dyed fabric, so yeah, who knows. I'm running out of bags here. But that Shakespeare's Fairies, I really need to stitch that. I have had that chart since the early 2000s. I don't know when it came out, actually, but I think my stepdaughter bought me this. Doesn't it usually say when they were issued? Yeah, 2009. So it's quite an old one. Yeah. I have Jack down here. He's going to get into mischief in a minute. I figured I'd bring you my second kit parade because I didn't do a floss tube on Sunday because basically I'm almost monogamously stitching things at the moment, just till the end of this month. So I wanted to make sure I have more to show you. It's not going to be much more this week, but I'll do my best. This is Peekaboo Birds by Robin Pickens. And I'm going to be stitching this on it's called Dwarf. It's a 28 count linen. Oh, it says Lugana, but so yeah. So this, it's darker in person than it is showing there. I think the light is washing it out a little bit. I have, for some reason, I put all the threads here. And they should be in my box. I have some CXC threads. Let's just get the loose ones. But as you can see, that's some of the threads. It's going to look pretty spectacular on here. So that's Peekaboo Birds by Robin Pickens. You know, I'll do my best to enable some people if I can. Or if any of you have same charts as I have and it's already kitted up and you want to start it, let me know. We can start together. Just a start along, not a stitch along. Oh goodness. Get in the bag. Okay. It's not cooperating. Here we go. I have very fancy project bags, as you might have seen. You might have noticed. Oh, and this isn't even the project bag. This is my project bag. I get them from the dollar store and they're only $1.25 and they do the job. I put a tag on the end here so I know exactly what's in here when I start it. And then I put them in alphabetical order. Yeah. Oh, now this one, did I just, oh wow. I don't think I have all the threads for this. I have some over dyes. This is the Quilting Bee by Blue Flower. I think this may have come out in market last year. And have way more fabric than I need. This is Mocha Swirl. It is a Lugana, a 32 count Lugana. So that's what I'll be stitching it with. And I have some of the over dyes. Not all of them. I definitely need to do an over dye order because there's a few that I need. So I think I'm going to be doing that soon. And I'm just going to put it in here. Okay. Oh, this one. You know, you look at these because you haven't looked at them in forever. This, oh my goodness. I have been dying to start this and I haven't started it yet. This is a 37 count linen. It's by Legacy and it's Russian tea cake. And what I want to put on here is Anton Umfundel. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I don't have the threads for this because I would like to stitch it in the cordful threads, the silks. I forgot I got that one. Okay. The next one, I'm getting through these. I'm almost through the first box and then I have another box. This one is Map of Hawkrun Hollow, which I was thinking of also stitching for my grandson. It's a good job he's only 7. And the fabric is a 32 count Belfast linen in light mocha. And there we go. I think that'll look pretty spectacular on there. Hopefully, I've got a whole metre of this, so hopefully I won't use it all. It's 32 count. Yeah, I did spend some time matching up charts with fabrics, just so that when I want to get going, I have everything ready. Okay, and the last one here is, oh, now this is another one I've had for quite a while, and I still haven't started her. And I've seen a few other people stitch her. It is a Vivako kit. I'm not stitching it on the Callforth fabric. This is the one, A Girl in a Poppy Field. And I'm going to stitch her most likely on Frozen. It's a Lugana, a 28 count Lugana. Yeah. These are the threads here. This is another one I really should start, because if I don't start it, it's never going to get stitched, is it? But this is a very pale blue, and it's an over-dyed fabric, so it's kind of mottled. So I'm thinking it would look quite nice on there. So I'm using the called for threads, but not the fabric. I can't bear to stitch on Ada fabric. It's scratchy and yeah, not enjoyable. So I've not stitched one of their kits before, and I'm thinking it was probably 14 count Ada. I'm just gonna close this zip up, I'm sorry. All right, now I have another box here. Some of these are new kits that I've put together actually today. Just bear with me a minute. All right. Okay, so it could have been last year or the year before I ordered a kit from Bothy Threads. I think this was a special. All things robin. I love robins. You must be sick of hearing me say that, but oh, there's a needle in here. Oh, and there's a needle minder. So this is a Rendale design. I have a mug of their robins. So this is the chart. And as I said, it's a Rendale design. So I'll be stitching it on the called for fabric, which is an Ada, which I don't like. It's very scratchy. If I fold it this way, then you can see the colour better. And oh, there's a pair of scissors in here. Yeah, and that's the called for threads. There's not much. There's really not much floss here. So yeah, so that's kind of pretty. Jack. Somebody's scratching. I'm just going to drop that back in the box. Now this one is a Russian kit that I got a few years ago. And these are the Four Season Girls. And I'm sure you've seen these. So I bought the whole kit. This is the fabric. It's a 32 count, I believe. I have a cat under the couch. I'm so sorry, he's a bit distracting. So this is like an oatmeal a 32 count linen, I believe. And these are the flosses that came with it. I think now you can just get the chart, but at the time I couldn't just get the chart, so I had to get the whole thing. And no, I haven't started it. You know, you see these things and you're like, oh, I really want to stitch that. And then by the time you get it, you've moved on to something else. Okay. I'm going to show you this one first. This is the very first Heaven and Earth design that I ever bought. And it was Brenda, is it Brenda? The Handwork Maniac. She is stitching this. It's called 4 Seasons by Jacek Yerker. And it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one is 525 by 522. And I've been watching Brenda stitch this over the last, because this was in the middle of June of 2022. And ever since then, I've been following her and watching her stitch it, only to find out, I think it was last year, that she's doing the mini version. This is huge. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know at that time you could just get the PDF, so I actually bought the chart. But it's no big deal because I can just scan it into my GoodNotes. And I'm going to stitch it on this fabric. It's like a blue, same as the wolf, the shaped wolf. It's the same colour, because I didn't want to stitch white on white because there's a lot of snow here. So anyway, that was my theory in all of that. And I'm going to show you these little charts. I haven't looked at these. So I did the advent calendar for Bothy Threads, not last year, the year before. And I got several little kits to stitch. And I'm thinking that I'm going to try and get my granddaughters or grandsons interested in this. So this is one of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 altogether. So this is one. It's quite big actually. I can't see where it's telling me how many stitches it is. Anyway, yeah, so this is the called for fabric. It's an Ada, and here's the threads. So that's number 1. You know, the one thing I never do is I never stitch in front of my grandchildren or my kids, my own kids. And I think, how am I going to get them interested in cross stitch if I'm not stitching in front of them, where they get curious and want to know what I'm stitching? So my goal is to change that this year. So that's one. This is just a white Ada cloth, and these are all Christmas themed, I'm sure. No, I'm not sure. So that's this one. It's a bee And they're all from Bothy Threads. But I thought they're perfect little charts that they could stitch, and it doesn't, I don't mind if they, you know, don't stitch it all, but just have a go. This is another one. This is on like a beige Ada. Oh, this is a spring one. No, it's not. I thought it said spring, but it says Sleeping Beauty. Oh, it's cute. It is a spring one. Look at that. It was my granddaughter's birthday on Sunday, on the 22nd. Today is the 24th, just if you're wondering. She was 10 years old. Can't believe it. But she wanted guinea pigs for her birthday. So that's what she got. 2 guinea pigs. Not 1, 2. And all this was kicked off because I got the millipedes, the great North American millipedes, for my grandson, her brother. So then she wanted something. Oh, this one's a nice one. This is a Rendale design. This is Christmas Wishes. That's probably way too advanced. It's just stitched on Ada with all the threads in here. Yeah. And the last one of these Bothy thread kits. This is also, oh, I think this is a big one as well. This is the Ada. I don't like stitching on Ada, that's why it's all still here. Oh, what's this one? Doesn't tell me what it is. Looks like a cupcake with a candle in it. That's kind of cute. So we're going to be babysitting, only they're not babies, 2 of our grandchildren at the end of, towards the end of April. And I'll take these kits with me and see which one Brooklyn wants to stitch. She did mention to me, because I do stitch there, and she said, oh, I'd like to learn how to do that. So I'm going to take something for her. All right, the last 2 kits. This I got from this year's market. So this is from Boomerang Stitches, and it's Fruit Dove Frenzy. And I'm going to stitch it on a 20 count antique white Lugana, because I want those colours to really pop. So that's that one. And then my last one, which I'm really excited about. I'm going on a cruise again soon in May. And I need to take something with me to start, because I always start a new project on a cruise. So I don't know which one I'm going to start. This one, I don't have all the threads for this. I've got some of the new over dyes by Classic Colourworks. Okay. This one is Heartstring Samplery. This was released at market this year. And this is called, this is what got me, All Things Wise and Wonderful. So it was a song that we sang during assembly when I was in junior school. All Things Bright and Beautiful. So I'm going to stitch this on a 32 count Fox and Rabbit Sandcastle linen. And these are some of the overdyes. I've got to make an order for more. This one and this one, these are new colours from this year's market release from Classic Colourworks. There we go. I think it's gonna look, that's all I have though, but I think it's gonna look amazing on this fabric. So yeah, I am very excited. Yeah, and that is all I have. That is part 2. Now I do have one more box and another bunch of small kits that I'll show you. I don't know when I'll stitch them, and I'll explain why when I do that part of the kit parade, and that will be the final part. So I hope you like what you saw. If there's anything you're interested in stitching that you may have in your stash and you want to stitch with me, let me know, because that would be exciting. And have a good evening. Have a great time stitching for the rest of the week, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday. I will probably have my grandson with me, so we'll see if he wants to make an appearance. I have to ask permission from his parents first, but we shall see. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.